Assalamu alaikum seniors. In this video recording, I will explain week 1 assignments. I will give you clear instructions about the do now assignment, the vocabulary assignment, the writing assignment, and the feedback assignment. So our main lesson is about media literacy and the power of advertisements. So at the beginning, let me start with the learning intentions and the main objectives of this lesson. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to evaluate multiple sources of information presented in different media or formats and advertisements. You will be able to analyze advertisement using persuasive techniques, and you will learn a lot of things about persuasive techniques in an article that is uploaded on Edmodo resources file. You will be able to use your media literacy knowledge into advertisements of your own creation, which means that you will be able to create your own advertisement, your own poster, by using the persuasive techniques that you learned in this media literacy lesson. Now let me move to the success criteria. Name it. I can identify multiple sources of information. The purpose of being information and media literate is to engage in a digital society. One needs to be able to understand, to inquire, to create, and to communicate and think critically. Explain it. I can examine advertising posters. So you will be able to analyze posters by looking at the pictures, the wording, the different features used in this advertisement. Connected, I can analyze techniques that advertisers use to persuade or to influence people. So here, you all know that advertisers use persuasive techniques to convince the target audience to buy their product. These techniques can be broken into 3 main categories. They are pathos, logos, and ethos. In pathos, they use emotion to appeal to a consumer, and you will find this in the vocabulary assignment, where you will be asked to look for words with emotional appeals. And an advertisement using this technique will try to get the consumer to connect emotionally to a product. The emotions can be of happiness, sadness, fear, and guilt. Logos, using logic or reason to appeal to a consumer. In this type of technique, the advertisement will give you the evidence and statistics to attract your attention towards the product. Ethos uses credibility or character to appeal to a consumer. Teach it. I can create my own media advertisement. So by the end of this lesson, of course, you will be asked to create your own advertisement using the persuasive techniques that you learned. Now let me move to the English Do Now assignment. You were asked to find 2 new posts about COVID-19 coronavirus, and you will try to compare and contrast these 2 posters. You will focus on the images used in these 2 posters. You will focus on the background, the words, the characters, maybe the figures used in these 2 posters. You can focus on the main attractions. You can compare and contrast the colors used in these 2 posters. Example, the blue color is used in certain posters to express sadness and heartbreak. You can examine the use of words. You try to find out if these words are or have an emotional appeal. Do they touch the heart? Do they touch the feelings? You will try to compare and contrast these 2 posters, and at the end you decide which one is most effective, and you try to explain why was it effective. For the English writing assignment, you were asked to think about advertisements that advertise product, motivate people to attend a movie, or to encourage people to change their opinion about a particular topic. You were asked to analyze the persuasive techniques used in these advertisements to change people's opinion, and the factors in today's world that affect people's opinions and behaviors as well. For the persuasive techniques, these are the persuasive strategies used by advertisers who want you to buy their product, and they can be divided into 3 types or 3 categories. pathos, logos, and ethos. Pathos, an appeal to emotion. An advertisement using pathos will attempt to evoke an emotional response in the consumer. Sometimes it is a positive emotion, such as happiness, like, for example, an image of people enjoying themselves while drinking Pepsi or Coca Cola. Other times, advertisers will use negative emotions, and you can find this in advertisements expressing negative emotions such as pain, or a person having a back problem, pain, or something else. For pathos, it can include emotions such as fear and guilt as well, like images of starving child to persuade you to send money. Logos, an appeal to logic or reason. An advertisement using logos will give you the evidence and statistics you need to fully understand what the product does. The logos of an advertisement will be the straight facts about the product. For example, you can find an advertisement that uses statistics like one glass of Florida orange juice contains 70% of your daily vitamin C needs. This is an example of advertisements that advertise Florida orange juice. Ethos now, which is an appeal to credibility or character. An advertisement using ethos will try to convince you that the company is more reliable, honest, and credible. And in this case, advertisers will use a celebrity who endorses a product to lend it more credibility. Here in this task, you were asked to write an essay with an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, and you will submit your answers as a Word document that will be uploaded in the assignment folder on Edmodo. What is the power of advertisements? Actually, it is really very important to Google this link. It will give you an idea about the language of advertising. You will find so many types of languages used by advertisers to persuade people, to convince people to change their opinions about a particular topic or product. You will find emotive language, a language that touches the emotions, the feelings, the senses. Abstract words like, for example, the word beauty, the word delicious, elegance. You will find catchy phrases, language that arrests people's attention, poetic type of language that is very romantic, imperative mood, the language that urges or gives orders, and frequent use of adjectives. Now let's move to the English vocabulary assignment. In this assignment, you were asked to log in online and try to find some vocabulary words that can be used by advertisers to convince people to buy a certain product or to change their mind about a particular topic or about a particular thing. You can try to find out words with emotional appeals that target the viewer's feelings. And these words, they can express a positive emotion such as happiness. They can express a negative emotion like pain, like sadness, and they can as well include emotions such as fear and guilt. So once you are done with searching for these words, you will use these words to create your own advertisement. Once you are done with your advertisement and your own poster, you need to create or to explain this poster in a short paragraph. Finally, we will move to the feedback assignment. Once you are done with all your assignments, the writing assignment, the do now assignment, and the vocabulary assignment, I want you to tell me, where did you find yourself at the beginning of the lesson, and how did you make a progress by the end of the lesson? Was it easy to understand the advertisements? Was it easy to understand the power of the language used by advertisers? Try to evaluate your level at the beginning of the lesson and by the end of the lesson. Was it challenging? What did you learn exactly by the end of this lesson?